Hi, I'm Cindy DeVries. I own Old Inverness Antiques in downtown Inverness, Florida. Here we have The Hollywood Story by Mary Jesma Wilson. This is a collection of photographs and letters. Mary Jesma Wilson was a radio personality during World War II. She did a show in St. Petersburg at Dell's Web City called The Dawn Patrol. Her father and uncle were vaudeville actors, and there comes her connection to the theater and Hollywood. The collection now belongs to a local Inverness family. There are hidden treasures in Inverness. There are three fabulous scrapbooks. The first one is The Hollywood Story. And on the first page of that scrapbook, surrounded by her picture, are autographs from Gene Kelly, Frank Sinatra, Gabby Hayes, and Katherine Grayson. The second scrapbook is the Frank Wilson Story, which is about her father and uncle and their time in vaudeville. The third scrapbook, called The Dawn Patrol, is in the museum at St. Petersburg. There are actually 10 letters in the scrapbook, all signed by theater stars from the golden era of Hollywood, the 30s and 40s. There are letters from Tyrone Power. There's a letter from Edward G. Robinson, Orson Welles. There's also a handwritten letter from Fred Astaire talking about his upcoming movie, Holiday Inn. There's also a corresponding letter from Bing Crosby talking about his upcoming movie, Holiday Inn. In the handwritten letter from Fred Astaire, he says, "At present, I'm doing Holiday Inn with Bing Crosby at Paramount, and that will keep me tied up until late January, after which I'm to start rehearsing almost immediately for the next picture with Rita Hayworth at Columbia, which I'm looking forward to so much. She is a delightful girl and a swell dancer, and I think one of the outstanding screen beauty personalities of all time." I have here a letter dated September 11th, 1941 from Edward G. Robinson. Just a little excerpt of this letter. He talks about hiking the mountainside, sometimes afoot and sometimes astride, gives one breathtaking space and time for meditation, particularly in these days of crisis when man begins to appreciate how insignificant and yet how important the individual may become in contributing his share spiritually and materially, so that we may help ourselves and others emerge with our full freedoms still preserved. Again, this letter is dated September 11th, 1941, 60 years exactly before the tragedy of 9/11 and the World Trade Centers. There are over 150 photographs from the golden age of Hollywood, the 30s and 40s. A large collection of them are signed to Mary Jesma personally. There are photographs and signatures from people like Mickey Rooney, Judy Garland, Fred Astaire, Tyrone Power, Lionel Barrymore, Betty Davis, Claudette Colbert, and that's just to name a few. There are also 2 war bond effort quilts included in the collection. Mary Jesma, on her travels to Hollywood, had the stars sign cloth pieces. She brought those back to St. Petersburg, and her mom assembled the war bond quilts. They did embroider over the signatures, but they're still part of the wonderful collection. But we do have a couple of questionable signatures. There's a Donald Duck and a Mickey Mouse. There is a small area dedicated to Disney. There is an authentic autograph from Walt Disney showing him on a movie set. There is also a celluloid from an early Donald Duck movie, and a 4-panel drawing of Donald Duck signed by the Duckman himself, Milt Neal. The family has consigned the entire collection to Old Inverness Antiques. We would like to see a collector or museum purchase it so the collection could stay together in its entirety. But the reality is the collection will probably be split up and individual pieces will be for sale. So if you have a favorite star that you'd like to see, come in and visit us at Old Inverness Antiques, 104 North Pine Avenue, Inverness, Florida, located behind Stupknockers Restaurant. Or you can phone us at 352-344-0333. Our website is www.invernessantiques.com.